Hi, good morning, everyone. This is Teacher Lovie, your ICT teacher. Then I will be teaching about week 8 lesson. So, our topic is about software maintenance. So, last time we talked about hardware maintenance. So, be sure to answer the learning task 1, learning task 2, and learning task 3 before you go to the discussion. Okay. So, there are times that the computer automatically shuts down without the user doing anything on it. Sometimes a noisy sound can also be heard coming from the system unit. When this happens, there must be something wrong with the PC and the user needs to do something about it. Every PC should be equipped with the antivirus. Last time we discussed about that. A spyware removal application, backup software, and the registry cleaner. So these are the topics that we will discuss. Most software-based maintenance tools have built-in scheduler accessible upon installation. Schedule can scan once a week. The hard drive should also be fragmented at least once a month. Be sure to delete temporary files and cookies. So cookies, we get it from the internet as well regularly. Malware programs run in the background and use valuable resources, causing unnecessary strain on the hardware. This increases the temperature, thus furthering in the effect of wear and tear. Okay? The first we will discuss is the backup files. So these are the important PC components data so backup before the malware attack. Keep all the necessary data safe. So alin ba yung mga iba-backup natin? What to back up? So first is your personal files. These are the files na napaka-importante sa inyo. Pwedeng pictures, documents, and also, pwede mga videos. So, dapat bina-backup natin siya. Next is the registry. Registry is about the program, system state, and any special drivers or softwares. Any special drivers, these are na yung mga drivers na yun is gagana lang sa computer ninyo. May mga drivers kasi na libre. Pag binili niyo yung laptop, libre yun na binibigay ng mga CD pang-update sa computer ninyo. Then, mga softwares na sobrang hirap i-download, ang hirap i-re-download pag nawala. Yun yung mga iba-backup natin. So, saan ba tayo pwedeng mag-backup? Where to backup? The first one is backup anywhere except for the primary hard drive. Bakit except for primary hard drive? Kasi usually, ang nakokorrupt sa atin is the operating system. So, saan ba nakalagay ang operating system? Usually, yan ay nakalagay sa drive C. Yung drive C, ang tawag natin doon is the primary hard drive. Okay? So, pwede rin kayong maglagay ng second hard drive. Okay? So, yung second hard drive na yon is wala doon ang operating system. Next is external drive, yung mga sinasaksak or kinoconnect natin outside sa computer. Pwedeng USB drive, flash drive, NAS drive, or external drive. Or pwede rin naman DVD or CD media. Pwede rin tape drive, pero usually wala nang gumagamit ng ganito. Or lastly is the online storage service. So, pwede kayong gumamit ng Google Drive, OneDrive. Okay? So, pwedeng gumamit kayo nun. So, sa Google Drive, pag gumawa kayo ng Gmail at automatic, meron kayong automatic na 15 gig na free na pwede kayong maglagay ng files. So, pwede kayong mag-install ng Google Drive sa computer ninyo, then dun nyo ilalagay yung mga files ninyo. So, every time na may internet kayo, may backup, automatic magba-backup yun sa cloud ninyo. So, there are types of backup. Manual, so external or online storage. So, pwedeng email, Google Docs, Picasa, Flickr, Box.net. Pwede naman disk imaging. So, Symantec goes acronyms through image clonezilla. Or automated offline, Windows integrated, CD burning. Yung sa CD kayo mag-burn, magsisave. Acronyms through image, Symantec Norton 360. Or automated online. Carbonite, iDrive, Mozy Home, SOS, online backup, Norton, online backup. So, kasi may mga automated online backup na babayaran nyo sila per year para lumaki yung cloud drive ninyo or yung mga online backup ninyo. So, backup tools in Windows 10. Windows 10 lets the user backup files by providing different backup tools like file history and file and restore. It strikes a good balance between the one of the new version of Windows 10, giving user the tools that they expect. The first one is the file history. It's an easy way to get started with backup personal files. This tool is designed to create backup, allows user to retrieve earlier version of a file. It can be accessed through control panel, but there is also an easier way by setting up. So, ito is papanoorin na lang natin. Pwede nyo basahin itong mga steps, pero I prefer na manood tayo ng video. So, open lang ako. Stop presenting. Then, a window tayo. Ito.
Hey, how's it going everyone? In this video here, you are going to find out how to back up your computer on Windows 10. Doing this is really simple, but also really, really important. To do this, all you have to do is click the start button right here at the bottom left corner of the screen, right here. And so, from now, you are going to type backup. So now type backup, and then you click on where it says backup and restore right here where it says backup and restore. So click the start button, type backup, and then click where it says backup and restore. So once you do this, this window should pop up. And now don't click where it says backup now yet. Don't click here yet. Don't. What you want to do, you want to click where it says change settings first. Okay, so now in this screen, Windows will ask you where you want to back up your files. In other words, what source you want to back up your files on. And as a recommendation, it's always best, as you know, to back up your files on an external hard drive. And these are pretty cheap. If you don't have one, you can easily find one at the store at a very affordable price. And most likely you have one in your house. And also you can also use an external USB flash drive to back up these files on. So very simple. So after selecting a destination, after choosing the destination, the path, click where it says next. Okay, so right now, Windows will give you two choices. You can let Windows choose which files you want to back up, which is best, because Windows will back up your most important files. This option is best. Or you can choose yourself. You can choose yourself. So in this video, we are going to choose this option. Let me choose. And then after choosing your choice, click next. All right. So if you choose the second option, you should see this, where you will see a list of file path, and this in bold right here is the main user account. And if I expand the string right here, I will see more locations. For example, I can back up the files in the documents, the music, pictures, videos, and so on. And if I click additional locations, I will see even more, such as a desktop and a downloads folder. Okay, so right now you can pick and choose which places, which files that you want to back up. Okay, but if you don't have to go, if you don't want to have to go through all of this mess, then don't choose the second option. Let Windows back up your files for you, because by default it automatically backs up all of this. So don't worry about all of that. So after doing this, click next, and then click save settings and exit. All right. So once you do that, then now you are going to click on where it says backup now. So once you click backup now, Windows will back up your files. So as you can see, it is that easy to back up your files on Windows 10. If you like this video,
Okay, so yun yung way or step paano mag-backup ng files using Windows 10. So let's go back. So next is our topic is about naman clean temporary files. Okay, so clean temporary files. Windows has these temporary files that are usually left over from previous installation of application or documents needed once by Windows to run a certain task. These files will grow and occupy a large amount of space in the hard disk if not deleted. It can be done manually or through a software. Some examples are this. CC Enhancer, free. CC Cleaner, free. Larry Utilities, free. Norton, temporary file cleaner, are commercial. And the last is the Wise Disk Cleaner. So, yun yung mga, dalawa yung commercial and yung apat is free. So, saan ulit po nanggagaling yung temporary files? These are the leftover from the previous installation of application. Nag-run lang yung file na yon dahil kailangan ng Windows. Then after nun is nagiging ano na lang siya, pampalaki na lang siya ng file sa hard disk. Okay? Nag-occupy na siya ng space sa hard disk kahit hindi na siya kailangan. So, what are the ways naman para mag-disk cleanup? So, video ulit tayo. How to clean the drives. Okay.
It's a simple procedure but very effective. For your information, cleaning the unfounded files from your C drive or system drive will make your Windows run much faster. So let's start. Step number 1, cleaning. Go to your start button and right click on it. Now you will see this hidden menu. Choose run from here. Now enter temp and click on OK, which will open this folder. In case if it's asking for any permission, please click on continue. Now you will see all these files and folder which are all not needed, and it's created only for the temporary purpose. So you can select all of them. Now click on Shift Delete on your keyboard. Some files may undeletable, so ignore them and delete the rest. Now you have to open the run box again, and this time type in %temp %. Click on OK and another folder will appear. And same as we'll deal with the last folder, continue deleting all the files. Once you do that, you have to open the rent box for one last time, and this time type in perfetch. Now you will see another folder opens and maybe it's asked you for the permission to access the files. In that case, click on continue and the files and folders will be revealed to you. Now do the same thing you did with the last two folders. Select all and hit shift plus delete, and that's it. Number 2, recycle bin. You may know this already, but how to delete this? Because the majority of people are unaware of this, whenever you delete.
So, another thing na nakakalimutan din ng mga computer users is mag-delete ng recycle bin. Kasi pag dinilit mo lang yan, right-click, then delete, is nandun pa rin yung files ninyo sa computer ninyo, nasa recycle. Hindi nyo nakikita sa folder kung saan kayo nag-delete. For example, sa documents, kayo nag-delete ng files, hindi nyo na makikita yung files. Pero, nandun siya sa recycle bin. So, nag-occupy pa rin siya ng space. So, may advantage yun pag nandun sa recycle bin kasi pwede nyo i-restore. Pero kung hindi nyo naman talaga kailangan, ang problema is nag-occupy siya ng space na basura na nga, hindi na kailangan, pero nag-occupy pa rin ng space, sayang yung space ng hard disk ninyo. Pero ang ano naman, pwede rin kayo shift-delete. Pag nagdi-delete kayo ng mga files na hindi nyo na kailangan, hindi nyo na yun makikita sa recycle bin. Nakalagay doon is permanently deleted.
File by right-click delete option or hitting the delete key on your keyboard. It will not remove the files from your computer. It will keep all the deleted files on your recycle bin until a certain limit. And the default Windows 10 recycle bin limit is somewhere around 50 GBs. Yes, you can hit the shift plus delete key to delete a file from your computer completely. But what if you forget to do so? For your information, the recycle bin is using your C drive space. So technically, if you delete something without hitting the shift key plus delete, it will eventually end up somewhere in your C drive or system drive, which will cause your system go slow. So if you don't clean up your recycle bin frequently, all the files from the recycle bin as well. And hope you do this once in a while. At this point, you
So, tingnan ninyo, yung recycle bin niya is nag-occupy din ng 26.6 gig. So, malaki rin yun na temporary files or mga files na nandoon sa hard disk ninyo. Marami rin kayo masisave dyan. Ilang movies din yan.
see improvements on your C drive space. Wait, it's not done. In this step, we're going to show you how to uninstall all the unfounded or rarely using software or program from your computer, which is basically installed into your C drive by default. So by removing those unwanted programs, you can get a lot more space on your C drive. For that, you need to go to the Start menu and search Uninstall. Now, in the search result, you'll find the Add or Remove program, so click on it. Now, we'll open the Windows Settings, Apps and Features window. So come down here and uninstall each and every rarely using or unwanted programs. It's just a matter of clicking Uninstall button and following the on-screen instructions. So I'm leaving the rest to you. Step number 4, Optimize. First, you're going to need to go to your This PC or File Explorer. Now go to C Drive, right-click, and choose Properties. From here, go to Tools and click on Optimize option under the Optimize and Defragment Drive section.
Okay, so stop na tayo doon. So, natutunan natin dito paano mag-delete ng temporary files, mag-delete using recycle bin, mag-delete ng files sa recycle bin, and also mag-install ng mga hindi na natin ginagamit na mga files. So, next is disk defragmentation. Present na tayo. Sandali. Ayan. Disk defragmentation or disk defragmenters. Hard drive stores of files in pieces, sometimes called blocks, or allocation units. In the context of the hard drive, this fragmentation occurs when the information on a hard drive is not written closely or does not allocate enough contiguous space to store the information. The content is stored in different locations rather in a contiguous space. The gap between each file usually happens when the operating system has subsequently removed or allocated to fragmentation and consequent performance loss. So, ano ba ginagawa ng defragmentation? So, defragmentation and optimization attempts to rearrange files so that all their parts or blocks are contiguous or sequential. Rearrange programs so that the most commonly used programs are the front of the drive and launch quicker. Common tools using defrag is Windows built-in, and the third-party pwede rin Defragter, Northern, or Speedies, or Jekyll Defrag. So, pakita ko sa inyo kung ano yung itsura ng these defragmenter. Okay. Ito na lang. Pakita ko sa inyo yung itsura niya. Copy paste. Sinerch ko lang sa net. Ayan. Share ko yung screen ko. Okay. So, ito yung itsura ng these defragmenter. Or mga blocks daw. So, kasi, pag nagsisave tayo ng file, kung ano yung pinakamalaking space, for example, nag-install ka ng Microsoft Word, kung ano yung pinakamalaking space, dun siya kumukuha. Okay? Ayan. Then, may space again, dun ilalagay yung files na yun. So, sa hard disk, para siyang putol-putol siya. Hindi siya dikit-dikit. So, for example, ito is, na-consume nito is 10 gig. Then, may install kang 11 gig. Okay, pwedeng sabihin ng hard disk mo is hindi na kasya, pero kasya pa rin naman kung magdidikit-dikit itong mga files na to. Okay, lahat sila mapunta dito sa iisang site. Okay? So, ito yung mga example ng mga itsura. For example, this one. Ayan, no? May mga space pa. May maliliit pang space. Sayang. So, pwede pa tayo mag-install dyan. Ito rin. Ayan. May mga space pa, malalaking space. Na pag ito maliliit na space na to nagsama-sama, malaki rin yung mako-consume. So, ano po yung mga colors na yan? Again, pwede yan yung mga files ninyo, yung mga ini-install ninyong software, ganon. So, pag nag-save kayo sa hard disk, ganito yung itsura ng mga files ninyo, hiwalay-hiwalay. Kasi, save ka lang naman ng save eh. Okay? So, pag dinefrag ninyo, ginamitan nyo ng defragmentation, ayan, mga itsura niyan, mangyayari is magdidikit-dikit sila. So, kaya yun yung purpose ng defragmenter. Okay? So, ito, yung red daw is fragmented files, contiguous files, and ito naman is unremovable files. Or unmovable pala. Unmovable. Hindi pwedeng magalaw. So, yun yung itsura ng defragmenter or block sa hard disk ninyo. So, paano tayo mag-defrag? Okay, video ulit tayo.
Here's a quick video on how to defrag Windows 10 hard drive free and easy from nixcomputerfix.com. Okay, let's go ahead and get started here by moving our cursor down to the lower left-hand corner of the screen and single left click on the start menu icon. And with our keyboard, let's go ahead and start typing the word defrag, D-E-F-R-A-G, and then we'll scroll up and click on defragment and optimize drive desktop app. And that opens up the optimized drive window. And by default, the C drive is selected. And you can click on Analyze or Optimize to manually start the defragmentation. Now keep in mind, Windows 10 has it on automatically by default. And if you want to manually do it, like I said, you click on Optimize. And then when you click on Optimize, it will analyze and optimize and defrag at the same time. So if you just want to do Optimize and see how fragmented it is, that's a step that I say is not necessary. Just if you're in here, just go ahead and click on Optimize like I did. Now this will go through approximately 7 passes and complete itself. Now my drive is relatively small and it's not going to take too long, and it's not fragmented that badly. Now yours might be fragmented more, and it might be a larger drive, and depending on the speed and performance of your computer or your laptop, it can take a few minutes to a good number of hours for it to complete. Now once it's completed, you do have a message that comes back and says that it's 0% fragmented and it's okay to use your drive at this time. Now, if you want to change the frequency of Windows 10 automatically defragmenting your drive, you can go over here and click on Change Settings. And then you can click here and change it from the default of weekly to monthly or daily. And you can also change which drives that you want to have automatically defragged. Okay, that's it for
So, yun, pwede kayo mag-schedule kung kailan automatically magde-defrag yung computer ninyo. Next naman is the registry. Ano ba yung registry? Para saan ba ang registry? So, video ulit tayo. Nag-explain ng maayos how to open your registry. Antayin ng video.
Cryptic error messages are something that pretty much everyone has had to deal with at some point, from the console gamer suffering the Xbox 360's red ring of death to Michael Bolton from Office Space wondering what in the world PC load letter actually means. But if you're a Windows user, you've probably encountered messages telling you that there's a problem with the registry, as well as those shady banner ads and TV commercials telling you to buy a registry cleaning utility of some sort. So what exactly is this mysterious registry? Why can issues with it cause problems for your PC? And does it really need to be cleaned periodically, like some kind of digital kitty litter box? Well, unlike your cat's toilet, the registry isn't really a dumping ground. It's actually a database on your hard drive that stores important settings for both Windows and other programs you have installed. You see, back in the early days of Windows, both the OS itself and other programs relied on small text files called INIs to store settings. But Microsoft developed the registry as a more robust solution that can store many more settings than an individual INI, help different pieces of software communicate with each other more easily, keep track of settings for multiple users on the same machine, and use a hierarchical structure to keep things organized. That structure is actually easy to view for yourself just by typing regedit into the Run window, which launches a program called Registry Editor. From there, you'll see a massive array of folder-like structures called registry keys, which contain a myriad of settings. And despite the warnings from Microsoft that editing the registry can cause serious damage to your computer, it can actually be a very powerful way to customize Windows. so long as you don't go around messing with things that you are unsure of. A quick web search will yield all sorts of registry tweaks for both Windows and other programs that you might find useful. Things like customizing the taskbar or right-click context menu, changing the font in the command prompt window, changing the delay when you mouse over something between when the information pops up, stopping Windows Update from constantly interrupting what you're doing, and even adding your own logo to the system window in Control Panel. These are just a few ways that you can make Windows behave the way you want with registry hacks. Simple registry adjustments are also often good ways to fix common PC problems. In fact, many hot fixes from Microsoft come in the form of registry entries that you can merge into your own registry with a simple double click. But although the registry lets you tweak plenty of things that you just can't do from a settings menu, it does make moving a program from one PC to another a total pain due to just how many settings it stores and how scattered they can get throughout the registry, and it can indeed cause issues with Windows if it gets corrupted. However, with that said, while certain errors in the registry can cause problems, not even with Windows, but even with specific programs, you should be wary of some of those registry cleaning programs that try to convince you your registry needs to be regularly cleaned and that doing so will give you faster performance. Because the truth of the matter is that oftentimes the errors that these sorts of programs fix are just entries from uninstalled programs that kind of sit in the registry and don't really do much of anything. So the chances that any individual registry error is actually slowing down your computer are pretty darn low. However, if you're actually getting registry-related error messages or have a piece of malware on your computer that may have put things into the registry to make it harder to remove, running a reputable cleaner program may not be a bad idea. Just make sure it's a trustworthy, popular utility and not some random thing that you downloaded after. Hey,
Okay, so yun yung purpose ng registry. So, pwede rin na huwag daw kayo gagamit ng yung mga hindi nyo mga alam na pang cleanup ng registry. So, the next one is checking for Windows Update. So, checking for Windows Update, whenever there are Windows 10, they're automatically downloaded and installed to the computer to keep it up to date with the latest features and security. So, bakit ba tayo nag-Windows Update? So, first reason is to get the latest features and security. So, napakadali lang paano mag-Windows Update. Click the Start button and choose the settings. From the Start menu, the setting windows will appear. Click on Update Security. So, ito yung makikita ninyo. Then, click nyo daw yung Update Security. On the left side panel, Windows Update is chosen by default. Under Windows Update, click the Check for Update button. So, if the Windows Update says that the computer is up to date, then all the updates are currently available in the computer. So, maganda rin na nag-update kayo. So, minsan kasi nagpa-pop up yan sa mga computer ninyo, then hindi nyo pinapansin. Minsan, paulit-ulit yun, pero hindi nyo pinapansin. Maganda kasi nakukuha nyo yung mga latest updates dun sa software na yun. Next is tips for software updates. Here are the best practices and tips for software updates. First is check monthly for optional Microsoft updates. Do not install drivers from Microsoft unless having issues with a specific piece of hardware. So, huwag daw kayong mag-install ng bagong drivers kung gumagana naman ng maayos yung hardware ninyo. Kasi baka hindi naman compatible yung driver na yon doon sa lumang hardware na yon. Okay, bagong driver doon sa lumang hardware. Okay? For non-Microsoft products, check at least monthly or based on the system power. So, kung hindi naman Microsoft products yung mga yon, check ninyo kung baka may mga latest update or may nag-upgrade na yung mga softwares na ginagamit ninyo. Keep Microsoft automatic updates turned on. So, ito maganda lang to kung talagang may license yung Microsoft ninyo. Pero kung pirated yan, huwag nyo ito turn on kasi makokorrupt yung pinaka-operating system ninyo. So, pag nakorrupt yung operating system, the next problem is hindi nyo na magagalaw yung mga files na nasa loob. So, baka makorrupt din. Next is let the security software check daily for updates. So, yung mga usually kasi mga antivirus na rin is nag-check ng mga updates para sa computer. Then, the next one is use Windows Update. Ayan. So, yun. So, the last is please, so we are done with the discussion. So, engagement tayo. This defragmenter. A is first step and F is the last step. Then, the second one is this cleanup. Ganun din, A is the first step and E is the last step. Then, this one is assimilation. So, ito yung mga questions. Multiple choice. So, please answer all of this online or using an answer sheet na ipapasa ninyo every Friday. Pero, I prefer sana online ang gawin ninyo. So, yun lang po. Sana may natutunan kayo sa linggong ito. Next week po is meron tayong, pakita ko pala sa inyo yung website natin. Next week, lahat po ng modular is meron kayong performance task through essay. Sana sagutan ninyo. Huwag po sana copy-paste kasi mahirap ang copy-paste dahil mahalata ng copy-paste lang. Okay. Ito lang. Sige. Ayan. Incognito lang ako. Punta lang tayo sa website ko, teacherlovey.com. Okay. So, share natin yung screen. Share screen. Sure. Window. Ayan. Ako malubat na. Kunti na lang, malulobat na ako. Okay. So, this is Teacher Lovey. So, sa learning task tayo, meron tayong week 8 exam. So, yung week 8 yan, exam din yan. So, meron na kayong learning task na sasagutan and meron din kayong unit test na sasagutan. So, ang cover nito is week 6, 7, and 8. Sana po sagutan ninyo. So, dalawa yung binigay kong unit test. Nung week 5, yung pinakauna. Then, unit test 2 na tayo. Then, may dalawa ring performance task. Tapos yun na yung performance task 1. Then, yung performance task 2 naman, sa Friday ko, ibibigay sa mga advisor ninyo. So, yun lang po. Thank you very much sa panonood. Sana nanood talaga kayo. Nanood talaga kayo at naintindihan niyo yung lesson. Thank you very much. Bye-bye!